Hi everybody, this is Lauren Smith, and today when I want to talk to, or really I want to address those individuals who are have been downsized or are about to be downsized, and also those who are looking for a business opportunity. I want to share a company that I am involved with, and let me tell you a little bit about my history. I am a software developer, and I've been through a number of downsizings myself. In fact, I've been through six. I was downsized 3 out of 6 times. I was lucky not to get downsized the 6 times. But after going through those three downsizings, the third time I lost everything and had to start over at 42 to move back in with my mom and everything else. And it just was not a good situation because after spending time going through college and doing all the right things, getting my degree, I started working on getting my master's before I had some home personal problems that I had to address. Um, I did all the right things. I was working at a nice job, earning a very nice income, making over $100,000 a year. Um, I had a nice home, nice car. I was putting aside a lot of money for my future because my goal was to retire in my 50s. By 55, I wanted to be out. And things changed. By 2001, 2002, the job industry, in particular the technical industry, started to change. I started to see that a lot of the benefits, the pay was cut, the benefits were cut. I remember the times when we used to get stock options. At my last job before I was downsized, I got stock options. Well, I don't see too many companies offering that anyway, and I'm not so sure nowadays with the way things are. I would take up on a company with stock options. Um, a lot of the things in the job industry has changed, and I feel that the employee is really getting burnt on a lot of things. They're spending more time working at their jobs and spending less time at their home and making less money. And I don't foresee this situation getting any better. In fact, I see it getting worse. I see more of the benefits being cut even more. I see more workers having to spend more time at their jobs only because the company doesn't have enough employees. So those who are working at the job are going to have to fulfill the obligations on the part of the employees that they're not able to hire. Um, and this is not something I want to do. And I know as you get older, it's going to get harder and harder to kind of put in all those hours and not have enough time to spend at home. I know with my current company, I only have 15 days off. That includes sick time and vacation time and all of that, all lumped into one what they call a PTO, paid time off. There's no separate bucket for vacations and for sick time. And I know a lot of companies are going this way, and in fact, there's even companies that are having you accrue time off, which I think is wrong. There was a time when I used to be able to get a job and right then and there I'd have 2 weeks or 3 weeks of vacation, and sick time I'd use whenever I needed to use it. Well, for many people and for many companies, those days are gone. So the job industry has changed, and I'm seeing that this is not something I want to continue with for the rest of my life, because after being downsized for the third time and losing everything, I'm looking at having to work for the rest of my life up into my 70s or 80s or until I kill or dead. And this is not an option for me. I do not accept this, which is why I decided to venture into owning my own business. Um, I currently have two businesses. I do have a real estate investment business. Basically, the properties that I own, I rent out. I earn cash flow from those properties. Also, I get a tax break on owning those properties. But I also have an internet marketing business. And the business that I'm currently involved with, if you go to generatesuccessonline.com, this is a company I decided to market because of the fact of what it has to offer. Most MLMs and network marketing companies require you to build a downline. Sometimes you have to build a large downline in order to acquire residual income, a nice residual income. Well, with this company, that is not so. In fact, I know of individuals who have done it in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, in under a year, making a nice residual income. I know my upline, I think within his first 30 days, he made a little over $25,000. And now he's after a year now, and even actually before the year was out, he got on ahead and started doing his business full time and is doing very, very well, earning a 6 to 7 figure income per month. So I'm sharing this with you because I know there are a lot of people out there who are going through a lot of personal problems, financial problems, and really don't know a way out. To me, a way out is not going back to a job. I know for most of you who are looking at being downsized or who have been downsized, I know going back to a job is sort of a safety net and it's something you want to do, and I know I've been there and I've done that. But for me, the long haul, I've decided that I want my own business. At some point, I want to put the job aside and just work my home business full time. I want a better quality of life, and I don't want to go through any more downsizings or worry or have someone else controlling my future for me. I want to take control, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So for those who want the same thing or considering um, looking into owning a business, I suggest looking into this company, GenerateSuccessOnline.com. Take a look at it, see if it might be of interest to you. They do teach you marketing skills. They have customer support in the background who will help you with any questions you may have or issues you may be confronted with. They also offer, all you have to do is just bring people to your website, and then they take care of the rest. They have all the autoresponder, the letters they set up for you. Everything else is all set up for you. Your only responsibility is to use the marketing skills that they will teach you to bring people to your website. And you could find yourself, if you continue, follow through, learn the skills, even if you make mistakes or fail a few times, keep in mind that you are learning skills here. When we first started learning how to write programs, none of us knew how to do it right away. It took us time before we got better and better and better, and we got better because we practiced. Well, this is the same thing. You got to practice working on developing your marketing skills. And once you have those skills in hand, you will start to see your business grow. And they have systems set in place where everything is automated. So it's not like you have to set aside time for hours and hours and hours to work on your business like you do a job. In fact, you don't want to work your business like a job at all. You want to work your business like a business. So I would suggest going on ahead, take a look at this company, GenerateSuccessOnline.com. See if this is something you might be interested in. This is for the serious entrepreneur. This is not something for someone who's doing tire kicking or not really sure what they want to do. You have to make the decision whether or not you want a home business, because if you're not really sure, then you're not going to find success, because all you'll be doing is jumping from one business to the next business to the next business, because there's so many out there, and that kind of thing doesn't really get you anywhere as far as finding success in any business. So for those who are really serious and who want to change their life, who want a better life, who want to spend more time with your family, more time with your friends, go on trips, make a very, very nice residual income, be able to stay at home, have more free time, I suggest going on ahead and looking into having your own business. Go to GenerateSuccessOnline.com, take a look at this business, and really seriously consider looking into working for yourself. I love working for myself. I don't think I would change it at all. I mean, I know I wouldn't, because I'm just looking at the jobs and how things have changed so much. It's not something I want to spend the rest of my life doing. And especially the older you get, getting into your 60s and 70s and 80s or whatever, however long you live, and working at a job, no way. Not for me. And I know many of you really don't want to do that either. So go and check out GenerateSuccessOnline.com, and I hope to see many of you come through, and once you do, I will connect with you and help you get started. Bye for now.